So, when last we left off, the Fellowship of the Chili Sad had embarked on a quest to return the Princess Aurelia to her homeland of Ornidia. Along the way, you had returned Chad to you had left Chad with the Aarakocra and the Aviary of the Aarakocra. You went to the Wilfred's hometown of Valuth. You freed some treants from the thrall of an obelisk that had been mysteriously left in their sacred grove. You warned Wilfred's mentor, Priestess Dora, of the threat of the cult of the Caustic Heart. And then from there, you went to Shaker Run, where you met Carrick's father, Marin. You survived an assassination attempt orchestrated by the buyer, and you basically threatened one of his bounty hunters that he had hired to tell the buyer that he had been defeated, and that the mission had been accomplished. You guys entered into the Dwendalian Empire through the Quanon Breach, and you visited the city of Novgorod. From there, you went to Rexentrum, the largest city in the world.
The explored world.
Yeah, and you explored the city. Carrick arranged for an underground bout, and you spoke to the priests of the Platinum Dragon, Bahamut, the Platinum Dragon, for you wished to sort of rectify a curse that was upon you guys. You were led by the bishop of the Platinum Dragon to one member of the Cerberus Assembly, a Jenna Arasor. She said that she could solve your problem, but in return, you had to first slay a Draco Hydra that was terrorizing the city of Lumenthal. There, you went to the city of then you guys, Carrick had his bout where he defeated the saber-toothed Tabaxi monk, Subutai. And after defeating him, you guys next day went to Blumenthal and defeated, eventually defeated the Draco Hydra, which had been conjured by Wuxia, and you slew the Black Dragonborn Nazgûl and captured Wuxia. You returned to Rexentrum, and you tried to deposit Wuxia at the jail, but they wouldn't take him without charges. And as you were making your way to the tower of General Resor, you were ambushed by Leirong and Sobith, acquaintances, sort of allies of Wuxia. Hostage, they had in their prison Morgana, or sort of in their as a hostage, they had Morgana. A prisoner exchange was exchanged, and you exchanged Morgana for Wuxia. You eventually went to the Baroness General Resor, and she gave you some leather sort of necklaces that had been like one you'd found in a Cerberus Assembly mage way back in Isocross. She said that this would prevent the Lord Acheron the Merciless from being able to magically trace you. And from there, you went to the city of Erosa. And after talking with some bounty hunters there, you made your way out towards the Velven Thicket. You were ambushed by two giant correspond worms. And after a brutal battle, where you were able to defeat both of them, and Wilfred chopped off one of the tentacles after discovering that it could follow motion on the ground. You made your way through the swamp that lay between you guys and the Velven Thicket, using water walk and passing by some giant, horrendous smelling flowers. And you guys are sort of making your camp on the edge of the Velven Thicket for the night. Ingvar was at first watch, and Wilfred was up reading. And all of a sudden you began to hear this hum, this thrum, this reverberation of wings of all sorts of different creatures, and you began to see pixies and sprites and holophants and imps, all sort of whirling, swirling, thrumming, and this massive sort of minotaur-like creature, but winged with bat-like wings, and it had a greenish hue to its skin. It had these bright yellow eyes, and it had the sort of moss fringing the wings, vines interlacing over its sort of black and almost demonic looking breastplate. This creature introduced himself as Naviasik, and he said that he was here to thank you for basically resealing the obelisk way back in the Savalier Wood. He said they had been lost from the Feywild, and that the Queen Titania of the Summer Court wished to thank you in person. He extended the invitation to you and conjured a gate to the Feywild. He entered in, and the rest of the Sylvan creatures followed suit. And then he invited you to come along as well. Ingvar went through, and the rest of the party followed. As we begin tonight's session, you guys appear in what can only be described as sort of a wonderland of sort of a wonderland of sort of wild nature. You see these almost unearthly, sort of unnaturally bright colored fields. You see these large stoic oaks, these beautiful maples. You feel this sort of soft summer breeze on your face. You hear sort of bird calls, some vaguely familiar, but some unlike any bird you ever heard before. You hear sort of the ever sort of whispering and sort of shifting of the earth.
What is this great place, Naviasi? How have we become here?
This is the Feywild. All you see before you is the realm of Titania of the Summer Court, the defenders of nature.
I heard that thorn pricked me.
Are we heading to see Queen Tatiana right now?
Of course, and you sort of see this sort of like this almost mirage or a shimmer on the edge of your sort of vision on the edge of this massive field, and you see a sort of an undulating sort of very a very sort of curved and sort of not straight architecture. You sort of it has this very sort of natural look to it, where all the buildings appear to be made of living trees. You see like these large buildings, but they're interwoven with different plants, and you see sort of birds fly in and out of them. You see these different colored, vaguely elven creatures walking around the city. Some have this like almost like golden Aurelian sort of sheen to them. Some have a more platinum white. Some have sort of an auburn red, and some have sort of a slate gray. Not platinum. Sort of a more like a bright white to them.
This is quite awe-striking.
You see sort of nymphs and satyrs sort of prancing about in the satyrs playing their panpipes or their lyres, laughing along.
Well, I think we are all eager to meet the queen here. How
Navia,
far is this?
not far. She begins to lead you through this panoply of sort of sylvan creatures, and you see sort of foxes darting around, sort of playing with sort of small children. Maybe they're children. Maybe they're more like sort of small woodland creatures. You see different sort of shapeshifters that sort of shift from one sort of woodland creature, like they sort of one minute they're sort of a wolf, and the next they're sort of a surly sort of man. Some of these creatures, some of these shapeshifters, appear as bears one minute and as people the next. You sort of move through this cacophony of strange sights and smells and sounds, and you arrive at this massive sort of mahogany castle, throne room, palace that is sort of made of interwoven sort of vines and trees and is interlaced with sort of other sort of a carpet of ivy over the top that all sort of weaves together, and it doesn't look overgrown, but it looks like it like a real building but until you see sort of the shift of the leaves in the wind and the shift back.
Wait. We're gonna meet the queen, right? This very moment.
Yes.
I mean, do we have? I'm not presentable to any member of the any royal member. Shouldn't like we at least I don't know, like get cleaned up a little bit and get dressed a little bit
So
cleaner.
this like large.
Rolls in his PJs.
Yeah.
I was about to go to bed when you walked up. I'm not dressed for anything.
That little
So
red cap.
this large sort of stern looking bull-like creature begins to let out a hearty laugh. This is the court of the Summer Queen. There is no presentation needed. It is all come as they are. It is all about the joy of nature and the joy of sort of the joy of the spontaneity and the refreshing of nature. You will be welcome no matter how you are presented.
Oh, see, the thing is, I'm not wearing anything right now. I sleep commando.
You were reading. weren't you?
I was about ready to go to bed.
Yes, I mean,
Notice. No.
I
Yeah, I don't.
this is the queen of nature. You are in your natural state, no?
Technically, yes.
We're not the weirdest group here. It's like where there's other weirdos walking around. We don't stick out. Maybe we're too unweird here. Too common.
Can I at least like get like 5 minutes to put like something on?
I'll give you my shirt.
I suppose you do what you must. And you begin to see like these little like these like rabbit like people walk by as well. You see like there's like sort of like a long sort of line of them. They're wearing like sort of leather caps and leather armor. They're carrying weapons.
Yeah, let me just grab some armor. No, I don't want armor. I think I should do armor.
Takes you 5 minutes.
Yeah. I'll spit shine my armor and put that on, I guess. Take about 5 minutes.
All right. You spend 5 minutes putting on your armor. Are you?
I'm ready to go.
And so you enter in, and you see these two sort of rabbit-like people sort of standing guard, and sort of this large sort of creature sort of nods and is a welcome, Naviasuk. I am here to see Titania. I have brought. What do you call yourselves?
The Fellowship of the Chili Sad.
I have brought the Fellowship of the Chili Sad.
Should have wrapped up in that clothes.
In the cloak.
And you sort of see this these doors sort of swing open. Inside you see sort of like this like it has sort of a almost forest like feel. You see sort of pieces, sort of beams of sunlight piercing through the ceiling. It sort of dances along the floor, sort of making the sort of these beautiful intricate patterns that shift and in an almost sort of organic way. You see, and you look at the floor and you see that these beams of sunlight are shifting, are showing different images. Some show what looks like a war between Balors and other sort of demonic creatures and these sort of treants and pixies and these sort of elven creatures. You see sort of the you see sort of a map appear all of a sudden, and it shows sort of different dimensions. It has 9 hells written on it. It has the abyss written on it. It has Feywild. It has the material plane. It has all these different passageways to enter. As they sort of enter in, they sort of you see sort of these beautiful sort of they have sort of almost like these beautiful women sort of dressed in this sort of these green sort of cloaks and skirts or dresses, and when they smile at you, you see that their eyes take on some almost like a slit like appearance, and their teeth have these sort of sharp like dagger like teeth to them. And you see 2 sort of separate thrones on either side of the court. You see on one, you see a fantastically but dangerously sort of why she looks wild. She doesn't look tamed. Her hair is sort of braided in sort of cords that go down, not like cornrows precisely, but it's sort of braided into these hard braids. And she has on this sort of this red makeup over her eyes, and her hair is green. She has like sort of a pale sort of greenish yellow skin, but she's beautiful, but also intimidating. You see these lean muscles on her arms. She has sort of a beautiful sort of curved sort of long like samurai like sword on her lap. On the other side of the room stands a man, a dark and sort of hard man. He has sort of mahogany colored skin. He has his brow is furrowed like and he looks like almost like the creases in a tree. His eyes are sort of dark and hard. They both sort of look at you and look back at one another. Queen Titania, King Oberon, I have brought the Fellowship of the Chile Sad. Titania, what have you done? Who are these interlopers from the material plane? These interlopers are the ones that sealed the obelisk after your mistake, Oberon. So please show them some respect. She sort of stands up and she sort of sheaths her sword. Fellowship of the Chile Sad, it's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance. I believe we have already met, and she sort of nods briefly to Aurelia. And the rest of you, introduce. Can you introduce yourselves?
Will for shortest, you can call me Will for short.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Will Short.
And I am Girthang.
I'm Angor.
Short and simple.
And I guess for too, I'm a Carrick.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you all. And she sort of like spins her hand, and sort of this what looked like what looked like was just like a tree growing up through the center of this throne room sort of spins around, and then you see sort of like this like glass case on the other side. It's sort of got like it's like a tree, but then there's like sort of like a clear sort of glass sheath over it, and inside you see the obelisk, and you can sort of see these like it's like figures on the inside of the obelisk, these like small sort of like imp-like creatures sort of pressing against the sides of the obelisk. I thank you for returning the obelisk. Never should have been lost. As you can see, it is here for safekeeping. What sort of reward would you like for your good deed?
I would defer to my
I say maybe we have a moment to discuss.
party mate says. Can we like all right, can we huddle
Huddle up.
Well, shall we each ask for a boon from this lady, or do we want some kind
a
of?
boon as in like a favor for like walks into the Feywild? Or?
for taking the obelisk back.
What about
She
her?
owes all of
I don't know what she has. They probably have treasures of some sort.
I'm sure they do. I mean,
Like a magical boon or like a
something. I mean, I
favor
think
like down the line that like we could follow
for
later.
each of us. So my thing is, I have this. Pull out my staff here, and I'm like, I'd love her. I'd love to have her bless this staff.
Hmm.
It has given me powers already, and I would love to see if her blessing could empower the staff more.
What staff is that?
The Rod of the Pact Keeper, the one where I was telling you about it. I'm trying to. There's like a +1, a +2, and a +3 one. I have the
Mhm.
+1 one.
All right.
So it's kind of like I guess a plot hook. Like I guess one way for I was just thinking, I was like, oh man, hey, I mean, we saved.
The Fae.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, maybe I could get her to bless the staff as
Oh,
Angor.
Yeah, I'll yeah, okay, understood.
But that's, I mean, you can do with that what you want, but I'm just saying that was
What would
Angor's
you
intent.
need?
That's Angor's intention, is to empower that staff.
Okay.
Then I'm sure that you all have individual wishes. I think that this powerful queen could grant to us.
Do you think she could make us a real house?
We might be able to make a fade house.
A real banger?
We're a real house now.
We can certainly ask for gold, and I'm sure she has plenty of that.
Or maybe we could get an upgrade because this banner is literally silk with blue paint on it.
Yeah,
Maybe we get it woven.
it's pretty high quality.
The paint probably like starting to
Yeah.
crack and stuff. I don't have like anything specific I would want, but her blessing your staff could be fun.
Well, I'm sure there's something we could think of in the future. I mean, we can ask her for some gold or
Maybe they have that smelly flower.
that was back in the river.
Yeah, it's back in the swamp. They're not.
Not in the Feywild.
I mean, like
They don't keep that.
we basically know. I assume like the Feywild and what it entails, is that well known to most people, or is that kind of a
Make a Arcana check.
sure?
Nice.
Ooh. A dirty 20.
Nice.
Man,
Dirty 20. All right, you are very familiar with the Feywild. You have a pretty good grasp of some of the about the different sort of elements of the Feywild. There are sort of three main courts: the Unsilly, the Seelie, and the Summer courts, or the sort of the three courts. One of the unique things about the Feywild is that it doesn't have sort of directions like it doesn't have north, south, east, west. It has duskward, seaward, nightward, or tangleward.
Huh.
Nice.
What if we got one of their compasses?
Could be interesting.
was it only work in the Feywild?
What happens if we're here again?
That one guy we rescued, he had one of those fancy compasses. Remember? You would
Oh,
look at it.
Was that
and
the
it would-
same? Is that the same one?
I don't know.
Maybe they have one.
That seemed like a very special compass to him.
Could you have him bless it where it can find
I don't
wherever
have
you're
a
looking
compass.
for? Then you can ask for a compass.
Well, what are we looking to get from her?
I don't know. I just woke up like 40 minutes ago.
So
You
we
know, I
could,
wasn't asleep.
we could ask your staff think is one, that makes sense.
If we're doing one for each of us,
I'll see if we can get a nicer house banner. Or maybe we could all get capes that have matching,
Hmm.
the
matching symbols
on the back. You ever seen those? Those are nice.
and like a hood.
And then you hand them out to people and say, yes, they're a messenger of house. That's what they said. They're wearing our
We'd have to
cape.
pay him.
That's true.
I don't have it. Oh,
There's gotta be something you could ask her for.
Her hair.
A lock of your hair.
like if you're
Three
what
strings.
color was her hair? Gold.
She has sort of green hair.
Green hair. Like if you're greenish hair. Green in hair. Man, that doesn't work. Um, some quality rope.
Well, I think I know what I'm asking for.
Yeah, make me last.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Are we ready?
I think some of my compatriots are ready to.
Discuss.
Do you think she'll be able to weave that really quick?
The
I don't
cloaks?
know.
The cloaks?
The clothes.
I'm sure that she
She
can
might
make
have
them.
some seamstresses that are
That's
able to
true.
do that. She is a queen after all.
I mean, if we have to come back here in like 2 weeks, then that's kind of hard. to
Yeah,
do.
you just make like 20 women do it and you can do it in a day.
It's nine
Nine
pregnant
women
women give
make
birth
it-
in a month.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Works. All right. So is that what you're asking for? 9 pregnant women?
No. I don't think it is.
All right, I think we're.
Yeah, I think my compatriots are ready to request or discuss rewards.
As you know, my queen, that fight, these creatures within there are devilish, and this was a fight to put that back together that was one where most of us almost lost our lives. It was not easy and unexpected, but I'm glad that we were able to serve that, and I think me and my friends here each have a favor to ask of you ourselves.
Mm. What favor would you ask?
I, oh mighty queen, have this staff. It has invigorated me with power over the past, and I would just ask your blessing on this staff.
So she sort of walks down towards you, and she seems far away when she starts, even though she seems to hear you well and speak, and you can hear her well. And as she walks to you, she moves faster than she should, but she doesn't appear to be like actually like it's not like there's like a speed. It's like almost like the distance is shrinking as she walks.
Yeah.
And she sort of touches the staff and she says, Ingvar, you have a dark force inside of you. If ever you want to be free, she holds your staff and she sort of just trails off, and she sort of holds your staff, and all of a sudden it sort of begins to glow sort of with a greenish hue, and sort of these vines of sort of like different colors sort of wrap around this rod of the pack keeper, and sort of like it sort of like creases tight, and now this rod of the pack keeper is a +2.
Nice.
She's offering to become a patron. I don't know if that's what she actually offered.
And I will just have my head bowed as she's doing that, and then whoever else can ask her anything at this point.
We come from an honorable house. As you may see, and I'll hold out our banner. However, due to needs such as, the obelisk and other things, we've been away from our house for a while and haven't had really time to update our banner. So I guess if it would please you, I would ask for a actual woven banner so that we can, in our adventures, we can spread who we are, and they can see, to get our name out, just that much easier.
So she sort of touches the banner and sort of begins to sort of grow and sort of weave, and sort of like the ink sort of fades away, and in its place is sort of a giant snowflake, one giant snowflake, sort of in the center of the flag with a frowny face in the middle.
All I've ever wanted. Like woven, yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of with the thread. You can see it's blue thread. It's not sort of just painted on this.
We're a real house.
An honorable request or thing.
You'll do us well, I think. Marketing is like, you know, it is one of those things.
Seeing that, I guess my request, could, is there any way to get, like, food seasoning that like makes like the, I haven't had any of the food here, but like I'm based on everything I've seen, it must be amazing.
Sort of
And,
like sort of waves her hand and sort of this.
something that like just flavors food to like remind us of the Feywild, because I'm pretty sure we're gonna be having it head back at some point.
Sort of waves her hand and sort of this like,
Salt.
That's it.
have you ever tried pepper before?
Green pepper or red pepper?
That's a little too spicy going for my taste.
It's black pepper. No, so she sort of waves her hand, and just sort of this like sort of like scone appears in her hand, and she sort of like begins to sort of sprinkle it. You know, it's like snows from her fingers, sort of these like red sort of sprinkles, and she sort of hands it to you.
Just a scone.
Mhm.
Thank you.
I'm writing down what all we asked for. I'm gonna say you asked for food. Something.
Nice.
Yeah, I did.
And so Morgana steps forward and she says, "Oh, great Titania! I would like to return to. I'm a priestess of Sarenrae, and I would like to return to Veluth, from whence I was snatched by the evil and wicked cult of the Caustic Heart." Or Titania sort of. What?
She's the smart one.
That was in character.
That was in character, right?
Yeah.
So Titania sort of reaches down and sort of puts her hand on Morgana's head, and all of a sudden you see like her body sort of like shifts and sort of shimmer, and then she isn't there anymore.
Morgana asked to go home.
Exchange with Shia.
And do you, Carrick, do you have?
Oh, for Carrick, what should ask for a really big, like, powerful weapon?
Can I get the raging poisonous sword of doom? I guess.
I'm not sure. I have
It
to
just
think.
sounds really cool. I don't.
And she sort of like extends her sort of hand out. Sort of extends her hand out, and sort of this this sort of large sort of like this like sort of cube with sort of weird sort of writing is sort of appears sort of in she sort of molds, starts off sort of this like clay ball, and she sort of molds into this cube with sort of these different sort of runes on the sides, on each of the sort of the 6 sides. She sort of hands it to Carrick and says, "When the time is right, you'll know what to do."
He's got a stone of 6 sides.
The dice.
And random symbols on each side is what you said?
Yes, so runes on it's a cube. It's a rune. It's a cube with sort of with runes on each of the 6 sides.
It's a,
Look
it's a
like
D6.
Basically, yeah.
But remember, Arabic numerals do not exist in this world.
Yeah,
so
so
they
they're
never
rune-
lived just like this.
They look like runes for everyone else.
We're not even speaking English right now.
Nope, he did not get a sword.
Speaking of comic.
And then I guess Aurelia is also with us. She didn't run off.
Aurelia is still here. Yeah.
So really sort of begins to speak in Auckland, but you guys can understand her here, and she says,
So
"Oh, great and wondrous Titania, I have but one wish, to be able to break the hold of Benthus over my family and my companions. Is there a way that I might be able to sever the bond between this dark and sinister god and those that have succumbed to his will?"
I liked her better when we couldn't understand
Everybody is.
it. Were you saying this the whole time?
Everyone is.
I'm pretty sure I have no idea who this is.
Yeah,
so.
I just remember
Everybody
hearing
does
it.
At this point, I've not told anybody.
I think you might have mentioned it once, like when you were casting a spell.
Oh, yeah.
And so all of a sudden, you sort of like this sort of bright, sort of radiant light sort of appears and sort of like in Titania's hands, it begins to sort of fold and sort of she begins to sort of smooth it in her hands, and sort of like this pure sunlight is turned into sort of a sort of a golden dagger, and she says, this is Endvarthir, the old and famed dagger of the Fae. I entrusted to you, Aurelia, Princess of Vernidia. With it may you reclaim your homeland.
Golden dagger. She wasn't talking about me, was that?
The dagger.
Yeah.
I didn't know she had it. I didn't know what it.
Well, it is an honor to have met you, Queen Titania.
The man speaks up. Now, be on your way. I have to. Right, Titania? Fellowship Chili said, I'm very grateful for your again your service to us. Who knows what would have happened if these creatures had been loose in the world much longer. Please come again to the Feywild, but you can stay no longer. And she sort of like gives you a shove, and so you guys sort of like sort of lean. It's like you guys there's sort of like, there's this sort of like gives you a shove, and so there's almost like this feeling of falling, and all of a sudden you're sort of out on the street again.
Out in the street.
Yeah, in front of the palace. Yeah,
So we're still in the Bay.
yeah, you're still on the fair.
All right. Well, I guess we just walk back through.
Yeah,
Find somebody to.
yeah, it's the back this way.
Should we? That's what we all should have asked for.
The get back home.
Go back to the swamp.
Yeah,
Or the other side of the swamp.
yeah, can you just send us back where we were?
But we're outside. And what's his name? The
Navi.
Naviastic is he with us still?
Yeah, he's still there. Yeah.
Naviasak, would he be able to lead us back to that
Portal to
or
get
the door to
a plane.
the swamp.
I can lead you back to the Velvet Thicket if you wish.
Thank you.
Right, anything we need to do here? I guess she said we can't stay any longer. Does that mean the palace or does that mean?
I got food.
The
I
thing,
think I'm good.
Spices.
you got spices.
Well, it was a scone.
You got these good.
It was one scone as for seasoning.
Right.
What do you guys want to do?
Get back
Yeah, we're heading back.
to the
All right. So you guys move back, you make your way back to the portal, and there's still sort of an arched doorway waiting for you. And through it, you can sort of see the frozen sort of nighttime of sort of the, the Zemni fields.
Well, Naziruk, Naviazuk, I guess thank you for taking us from our sleep and bringing us here. Bye.
Bye. So as you guys go through, can I have everyone make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh, gosh.
This is not for fear or
It's probably the stage to go mad.
yeah.
No, it's not fair. No. What'd you roll, good thing?
10.
All right, you succeed. Ava, what'd you roll?
17.
Succeed. What'd you roll, Wilfred?
22.
And did you roll for Carrick?
Natural one.
So you all walk through, and sort of Carrick's eyes sort of blink sluggishly. You sort of see him look around, look a little confused. And he looks at the cube he's holding. He's like, "Where did I get this from?"
Do I recognize what happened immediately?
I'm making our contract.
Oh, that's a 9.
No, you don't actually.
You just got that. That's what you.
Oh,
I guess you asked for something, and that's what you
okay. Okay. Who did I ask?
got. You were there as the queen.
Which queen?
In the middle of the swamp, apparently.
The one we just met, like not 2 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, we should I guess sleep because I
You should probably just
need the rest.
put that in your pack and keep it.
All right. So you guys can get a long rest if you guys want.
Yep.
Sleep the rest of the night.
Yep. So you guys can sort of sleep the rest of the night.
Where does it say long rest now?
They moved it around, I think.
Yeah.
It's
It's not,
you have to click on the campfire, which is the top.
oh, there it is. Yeah.
We put conditions and defenses up, I think.
And they changed it because it was the campfire was right beside the hit points. Now I'm switching a spell out.
Mhm.
And as soon as I wake up, I'm gonna be doing, if I have time to do it, as soon as I wake up, I will start ritually casting gentle repose on those tentacles.
Okay. Yeah. I mean that is up to the rest of the party, but when you wake up, there's no real.
I have 4 tentacles, so it could take about 40 minutes.
You should have asked for those to be like preserved.
I should have.
Maybe that's what the seasoning is, preserved it.
Oh, they do salt stuff, and like salted ham. Just
I'll eat it for breakfast.
Okay. All right. So
Good.
as you eat it for breakfast, as you eat it, you begin to feel like your mind begins to sort of feel change and sort of distorts. And as you eat it, your vision begins to shift into, you sort of see different colors and you see basically outside the normal spectrum of light, It sort of shifts back.
Guys, I think she's back.
I should have known that they would have used psychedelics in their food.
And you sort of you sort of have a headache, and then it sort of shifts back, and you now have advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Nice.
Nice. For like the one day.
Yeah, for one day. Yeah.
Okay.
Forever. Should have used that to get out of the Feywild. Guess we're gonna keep on moving through. Is there anything we need to know about the swamp before we keep moving?
I think we just have to go for it.
Yeah. I can. Hey, Rose Petal. I don't have any stones for you. Sorry. I'll guess let her graze, and then yeah,
Get that?
get ready for our trip again.
Through the Velvet Thicket we go.
Right.
The
You guys-
grandmother's house.
You guys need to make your way through the Velvet Thicket. Can I have someone make a survival check for me to sort of guide you guys through Velvet Thicket?
I can do it. That's a 24.
All right. So very quickly, Will is able to sort of find, a path through the Velvet Thicket, and he sort of begins to guide you guys. And it's interesting. I mean, the Velvet Thicket is a wild area, but there are trails here, and you quickly find sort of a trail, sort of a normal trail. And you guys begin to sort of make your way through sort of the trails of the Velvet Thicket. You guys make good progress. You arrive sort of around midday to the river running through sort of the center of the Velvet Thicket.
We're in the middle of the thicket.
Well, this place is beautiful, interesting, and
It's
scary.
very reminiscent of home.
Yeah.
I mean, there were just trees everywhere.
But the wildness of it reminds me of not Duluth. What did I say?
Lolth?
That's a goddess. That's or a Lotus Den village. Lotus Den. No, that's my
That's your.
that's
whole
the whole forest. Yeah, back in the Lotus Den. It's got that wildness to it.
Well, I mean, we're making good time. I mean, see if we can, how far we can get this first day.
Yeah.
So
Nothing in our way at the moment.
we'll need to cross the river, correct? Is that what we decided earlier?
I think
That's
Will has
doable.
that taken care of, right?
And then once we cross, where we
I believe I still have that spell.
over the mountains.
I think that we're gonna have to, or through.
We might be able to go through. Actually, do I see that pool on that map?
Which
Esther Will Pool on the left.
Yeah, that is in your map. Yes.
Maybe we can try to hit through this pool. Maybe
Yeah,
looks like there might be some valleys or trails to it.
Yeah, looks like there could be a gap in the mountains down there. We could go down a little bit south. Once we get through this place.
All right. So as you guys begin to sort of make your way sort of through the through the depths of this this sort of forest, you begin to hear this like crack crack. So you hear the running and sort of like the thuds and sort of here sort of a
What is that?
ah!
Who's there? Sounds like a combat.
I will send Major Chad or Demon Chad in that direction.
Okay. All right. So as you sort of are sort of running, you sort of send Demon Chad up, you see what looks like a sort of a dog like person, a jackal sort of person with sort of like a dog's head and sort of a human body, all covered in sort of like this dark black fur. He's wearing sort of a gold sort of breastplate, and he's sort of running, and you sort of see him. You sort of look around. And what you see is what looks like a large sort of person trailing him. This person is sort of dressed in sort of this stately sort of like Teutonics or medieval armor. He wears sort of a crown upon his head, and but you see no face. He just sort of he wears a face mask over his face, and carries a large sort of sword in front of him. He holds sort of a ball of fire in front of him, and he's sort of using it to sort of illuminate the darkness in front of him. The jackal-like creature looks back, and in the night sort of extends his hands. You see that his hands are sort of completely sort of skeletal and sort of sort of riven down to sort of like just like a husk of flesh.
The gnome becomes that,
What?
or the dog-like person.
A
becomes
dog-like person is looks back, and sort of the knight sort of extends a finger towards him, and the creature sort of, the dog-like person sort of like becomes stiff, and he's unable to move.
That's all through Demon Chad that we're seeing, or that you're seeing that.
Yeah. Mhm.
This-
I don't know what is up there, but some weird creatures are chasing each other. I'm not sure what's going on. Some werewolf like man, dog, wolf, and something that looked like death.
Well,
Something that looks like death. That doesn't sound great.
No.
Should we help out this creature?
It seemed as if they were both aggressive and both, I'm not sure how friendly either of them would be towards us. I mean, we can creep up on it. It seems shrouded, right? Like there's lots of trees everywhere. We could probably creep up a little bit.
Well, if we
Yeah.
help
Yeah, it's shrouded. You have cover. You
towards
guys can move forward. You probably will
Take a
need.
look for yourself. We can walk up there and you can certainly take a look for yourself.
yeah.
yeah, I will. Here, Rose Petal, find some grass, and I
All
put
right.
down Rose Petal and continue forwards.
All right, make a stealth check for me.
I don't think I have the cloak attached anymore. So 16.
16. All right, so you begin to sort of make your way through, and you sort of are walking. And at first, it's going pretty well. You feel pretty stealthy. And then all of a sudden, you start stepping on a twig, and you're crack. You sort of freeze. Sort of creep forward a little more. Make a perception check for me.
That's an 8.
8. All right, so you sort of look around. You don't. It's sort of dark, and you're not entirely sure where Demon Chad went when you sort of when he sort of left Angvor's care. Sort of look around. You don't really see anything.
I'll turn back. I'm just.
Mhm.
Which way?
I hear it.
Yeah.
If I was not to hear it.
Yeah.
I'll have Demon Chad go out there and kind of show him the way if he's still
Take his
close.
hand and walk there.
Is he invisible?
Not when he comes up to you.
Okay, good.
All right. So Demon Chad comes and sort of shows you in the direction.
I'm assuming this demon is the demon that Ingvar always keeps around. So I'm.
Yeah, when a random imp walks up to you in the middle of a screen woods, you just take their hand and keep going. That'll work out fine, right?
Just giving you directions.
Can you speak through him?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He can also speak and I can tell him what to do and say, and so
Yeah.
he's talking to you,
Right.
but with his voice.
All right, so you are talking to him.
I get. Maybe he's just leading me up now.
Yeah, most of just
All right,
leading him.
all right. So he sort of leads you in the direction in which, and now you see this sort of like this large again, knight sort of figure with sort of his helm and sort of his visor down. He sort of got the jackal person sort of by the throat, and he's sort of holding him. You see that this jackal creature beginning to sort of writhe around in pain. He sort of seems to be in agony as you sort of look at him.
That guy doesn't necessarily look like death. He's just armored up.
No, you hear him turn around and go. He sort of the knight sort of whips around and sort of looks towards you, like right in your direction, Wilfred. You sort of see these bright red eyes sort of flash behind the visor.
And are you friendly?
He sort of begins to charge through. You start bursting through. He sort of drops the jackal-like creature, sort of bursts through the ground after you, and he sort of moves through, sort of almost supernaturally fast towards you.
Doesn't seem good. So I am pretty sure he has something prepared. Let me check what all I had in my.
Demon Chad is backing up
Mhm.
like away from Wilfred and just not trying to be in this. He's done his job, and it's Demon Chad. All I told him to do was lead him there, and he's like, "I'm not putting myself in danger."
I cost money to do something. I'm not-
Yeah, let's.
And when he's kind of like out of range, almost out of range, but
Wilfred, come on! I'm going to. He's running towards me, right?
Yeah, he's moving towards you.
I will cast Entangle in his area and run backwards.
All right. So what does Entangle do?
Grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot spur, starting from a point within range. They turn the ground into difficult terrain, and any creature within this spell must cast a strength saving throw.
All right. So.
DC 17.
All right. So he did. That is a 16. So what happens if he fails?
He is restrained by the plants.
All right. So he begins to he's charging towards you. And all of a sudden these sort of vines wrap up around him. They sort of entwine his legs and sort of entangle him. He's sort of stuck there, sort of stuck in this vines, and he begins to sort of pulls out sort of a long sort of bejeweled sword, and begins hacking away at the vines.
They're magical, so I don't know if that would actually, unless the sword is magical, maybe that could do something.
The sword is magical, so.
Anyway, I'm not gonna stick around for super long, so I'm gonna start backing away towards the rest of my group.
Okay. All right.
And I wonder if I should bring him out to fight. Let's yeah, he's gonna try to attract the guy back to the group if he gets free, and he can make an action to
Who?
he can spend an action to do another strength check on his turn.
Who are you? Are you talking about the
The creature that's restrained by the
Okay. Yeah.
the knight.
That's he will do another one. That's another failure.
On a success, it frees itself. That's about it.
Okay. All right.
So
So you're-
I look to a demon Chad, see if I can get to him or speak to him.
He's far away right now.
He's gone.
Shoot. I really want to.
Should have asked for second broom.
I really want to tell him. I don't have sending.
We don't have-
I'll get about like 90 feet away from the guy if I can.
Mhm.
And just keep moving back towards the group.
All right. So as you move sort of out 90-ish feet away from him, he breaks free.
All
He
right.
sort of pulls through, and now he begins to pursue you, right? He's sort of charging after you. He sort of crosses this large stream, no problem. Sort of moves through it like it's not even there.
If I am 90 feet away in the woods, would that be like, would he have to track me at that point, or would he have to like, does he have visual of me?
Let me check one thing.
We were running.
Yeah, I was moving it back to the group, but I do want to like try to bring him back, but I don't know.
Leave breadcrumbs.
I'll run. I'll try to not necessarily like
All right. He rolled
move
a
back naturally.
22 on his perception check, so he knows you're there. So he begins.
Ability checks made the track you have disadvantage with Timberwalk, but
Okay.
But if you're trying to be.
like I kind of don't want it to happen, but like I kind of do. Like
All right. So he sort of pursues, and then he seems to lose track of you for a second there.
and I'm just trying to stay ahead of
Cast light or something.
I guess that's true.
Sunlight. Say, hey, Bozo, yell that out.
Yeah, I'll just keep looking back to see if he is following, and I guess
All right.
uh,
Tin Man.
yeah.
He doesn't appear to be able to see you as you sort of begin to move away into the gloom. Make a stealth check for me. Why don't you, if you're trying to be hidden?
15.
Okay. Yep. You sort of dart away, and you see him back in the.
I want to like. I want to stay far enough away from him that like he can't like get up to me like on like. I want to try to keep some distance between us,
Okay.
but also try to like lead him back.
So
So
you're not trying to
Like
take
a
it.
like-
Yeah.
yeah, it's not.
I don't think you can have both
Yeah, I know.
You
I
can either
know.
be in visual range
or be.
Um,
or not be in visual range.
Yeah, I know it's a conundrum with what I'm.
That's just charm.
I don't have charm.
Suggest.
I just want to. So I'm not. I just want to stay far enough away from him that like he follows,
Mhm.
but not like I don't want him to actually gain any distance on me. So like if I see him like losing me, I will either cast light or something or like make noise.
Okay. All right.
How about
So
that?
every time he sort of begins to lose you in the gloom, you sort of cast light, or begin to, or break some branches, and he sort of immediately sort of glues in on your position and begins to pursue you. And so he begins to follow you, and sort of the chase is very much on. And whenever you sort of whenever you sort of begin to sort of whenever he sees you again, you realize that he's faster than you are. He's quickly able to gain on you, but you are able to lose him from time to time in sort of in the darkness.
She just laugh like a little kid.
He gets scared. when
Too
it's away.
spooky.
I
right.
see you.
All right, what are you trying to do, Wilfred?
He's trying to get the party killed instead of dying by himself.
Because I can't figure
Yeah,
out.
went into the ring of death.
So he's definitely bad because he's chasing me. But I can't figure out like his power. Like I can't figure out like if he would be like strong enough like 1v1 or something.
You should have asked.
How
for-
close are they to the group now?
So you probably got maybe I'll say 200 or so feet from the group when you sort of moved your way away.
Do we
Um,
notice him coming,
I'm-
like rushing over here? Like,
Yeah, I
there's-
mean, so yeah. So as Wilfred begins to sort of, you begin to hear the sound and see the sight of Wilfred sort of returning. You hear the sound of his pursuer as he begins to come after Wilfred.
That one guy you said looked like death is coming this way.
Are you yelling that out loud?
Well, you can't read lips, can you?
Are you whispering that to Demon Chat? What are you doing?
We're 200 feet away when I got to the guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm probably like I moved 90 feet away at one point.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm probably like
You're getting close.
I'm pretty close to y'all, I would assume.
Okay.
Like as soon as I can, I would start telling them.
All right. So you sort of arrive in the back with the group, and Wilfred, what are you saying?
Just that the guy that looked like death
Okay.
is now chasing me.
Why'd you bring it back here for?
I don't know. He was killing some guy that I don't know if it was good or not. I just
I will try and hit it with some Eldritch Blasts if it's running at us. then.
Okay. Make a perception check just to be able to see him, because he is through the woods.
you have demon chat that I could potentially see. But
Yeah.
8.
8. You can't see him at the moment because he is sort of hidden in the gloom of the woods.
he's
Let's see if I can do this. Yes. All right. So. All right.
How's the dead knight? Wow, once.
All right.
Ow.
You should have asked her for the they had a little like eyeglass thing in I think Dragon Ball Z that tells them
The power level.
It's over 9,000.
Increasing.
Amazing. All right. Let's do camp.
You're gonna have to hit like escape, I think, or the Windows button. Hit the Windows button. Well, maybe.
Right.
I was trying to bring up Mozilla.
You want me to try it again?
Sure.
Alt tab.
Yeah, try Alt Tab.
Okay.
I guess we could see how the sausage is made.
And at that point, I would like to, if possible, split away from the party.
Okay.
And try to lose them at that point.
Okay. All right. Make a stealth check for me, please.
9.
9. All right. You feel pretty hidden.
Great.
Alt Tab again.
Other one.
You put it, you had it on Mozilla, and you put it back.
I didn't see the thing pop up, so I was
Yeah, it
like,
was in the middle.
I was looking at the middle.
Yeah. I clicked wrong button. Maybe I can change it here. Exit. No, I can change it there, right? Say exit full screen.
Yeah.
Just went full
You
screen.
just sent the link.
Yeah, I clicked it.
All right. Are you guys here yet?
Yeah. 71.
I don't see you guys for some reason.
Oh, Vampire.
I'll refresh just in case. Average lycanthrope 28.
Okay, yep, I see average lycanthrope.
So I could re-click the link instead of refreshing it.
Yep. Um. Can you guys see things yet?
It's black.
It's
Okay.
just-
We have the grid. And that's
Okay, all right, yeah, probably what's going on is, give me 1 second, it's probably site, I probably have not enabled site yet. All right, so let's. There we go.
Yep.
All right, so this is where you guys are. Now, 1 second while I get the rest of you guys. And Wilfred, where were you? Where do you want to be?
I split out 90 degrees, let's
Okay.
say the left,
Okay.
the direction that, like, if he's facing the group to
Okay.
that.
All right, so you wanted to move. So I'm going to try and put you where you were. So you want to be like right over here.
Probably like 10 feet to the right at that point, but yeah.
Okay. All right.
Something along those lines.
Sorry, I just did something weird. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. And then all right, and then he is right. He's about 90-ish feet away from you, so
Just outside of my
Right.
glade.
Oh, you're great, right? I really hope they're ready for this.
all right. So this, as you guys are sort of hiding, is sort of in the as you guys are sort of hiding in the why? Sorry. Okay, as you guys are sort of hiding in the dark here, this is sort of where roughly where you guys want to be.
Yeah, I would say we were probably more or less
Yeah, we
together.
Grouped together because we were figuring out what was going on.
Oh,
That works.
sorry, one second. I need to do. Place this like this.
You go outside still.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. All right. So as you guys are, so this is roughly where you guys are. All right, let's roll some initiatives.
All right.
All right. 25-20.
Oof, not me. Asher roll.
Nope.
Nope. And Carrick, I guess. I don't know what he gets.
He gets a +1 or a +2. No, I can't remember which. That's why I don't play basketball.
All right. So no one in 25-20, I assume.
Nope.
No,
All right. 2015.
16.
Okay.
Always going first. I just wish I never went first.
15 to 10.
13 for Will,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't have Carrick's stuff up because I don't have a laptop or anything.
Okay.
But he rolled an 11, and I think he has either a +1 or a +2 to the dex.
Okay. And I can look it up real quick. All right. So he rolled. So you said, what was his number that he rolled?
11 was the dice.
Okay. All right. He's a +2, so he's a 13. What's your dex?
I have a +1, so
Okay. So he goes first. All right.
I got a 10.
All right. Then
and I don't have any of Carrick's, like, I guess, yeah, here. Yeah.
But you can't change it.
all right. So as this night begins to sort of move out of the gloom, let's see. Girthing, you are up first.
All right, I'll get a nice spot. I don't see them, I imagine, and I'll just step forwards
Mhm.
like 10 feet. And I guess I'll hold my action to hit if anything comes close enough because
Oh, I realized that I'm still sharing my screen. Oops. Oh well.
yeah, so I'll hold an action to hit.
Okay. You're holding action to hit. All right. Are you moving anywhere?
Yeah, like 15 feet.
Okay. All right.
There's a lot of like trees and stuff between us, so I don't want to
Sure.
run into those.
Yeah. So Aurelia is up next, and she will cast. She's going to cast Bless on Girthing, Carrick, and Angvor.
Always get blessed.
Now it's Carrick's turn.
Oh,
Do you have Carrick's stuff?
Sort of, yeah.
yeah, this guy's got a plate armor, or would do fine. So he pulls out his hammer and I guess
Steps up.
steps up.
All right. How far is he going?
Yeah, how far? Somewhere like that.
20, I don't know.
He just books it the opposite direction.
He's like, I'm out of here. He always tries to get in front, so
Small, like,
yeah, he's like there.
Okay. All right. Is he? And you're holding an action, right, Girthing?
Yeah, I'm holding an action.
Right. Is Carrick also holding an action?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not really a reason.
Yeah. Holding attack, I guess.
All right. So he's holding an attack as well. All right. Awesome. Wilfred, now it's your turn.
So he is right there. Can I figure out which direction he's moving? If he's moving towards the group or if he's moving towards me? Or is it just my stealth roll?
Make a straight intelligence check.
I have he's coming right towards me. It's a negative, it's a 2.
No idea.
In that case, I will. What level is that? Is that minimum level 2? I go level 1. Yeah, I'll do a Scorching Gray at level 2,
Okay.
right at him.
All right.
And that is curving around the trees, and hopefully hitting him at some point.
All right. Go for it.
First one is a 20 to hit.
That hits.
Second one is a 14 to hit.
That misses.
And the third one is a 19.
19 misses.
So only one hit.
Yes.
8 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And I will move about, now that I've learned into my presence, I will move about 15 feet towards the group.
Yep. All right.
Slowly,
This way.
yeah. Yeah, I get there.
All right. So you sort of send forth through these rays of sort of brilliant fire as you sort of streak through. One of them strikes a tree and sort of sets it alight. One of them sort of strikes near, really right in front of the knight. He sort of turns, looks at you, and then the other one sort of strikes him and sort of burns sort of a patch on his chest. But he looks relatively unfazed. He is now going to move.
He didn't seem to answer anything.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 there.
I just
And
said,
sort of he holds sort of in his sort of like decrepit sort of, sort of decaying hand, he sort of forms sort of a perfect sphere of fire. He sort of throws it at the group and it explodes sort of in the center of you guys. I need everyone within a 20-foot square of right, 20-foot sphere of right, this token right here. So I believe that's everyone but Wilfred. Can you please make a dexterity saving throw for me?
he gets a d6. That's his bonus.
What'd you roll, Griffin?
Natural 20 for 22.
All right. What'd you rolling for?
5.
All right. And what did Carrick roll?
That's all he gets, right?
Yeah, I think so.
14.
14. All right. So Ingvor, Carrick, and Aurelia all failed. Girthing, you saved.
Yeah. Still half damage.
27.
You're fire resistant. aren't you?
So there's 35 points of fire damage to everyone who saved, half of that if you succeeded. And then
35 half is 17. And then you're not resistant to fire, are you? I think.
No, not naturally.
and then and
Supposed
then
to
it's also
blocks the thing.
Yeah.
it's 29 points of necrotic damage, half of that on a success.
No, we got more damage too.
Death Knight.
I was hoping he didn't see y'all.
Ouch.
All right, that ends his turn. It is now Ingvor's turn.
So I've clearly seen him as of now, right?
Oh yes, definitely.
I will, as I'm walking away backwards, I'm going to cast Hex on him
Sure.
while within the 60-foot range to cast it.
Mhm.
And I will move back the rest 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30-ish, right there.
All right.
And keeping my eye on him, just trying to get out of the range from the other people, see if maybe not get hit by something like that again. Cast Eldritch Blast on him twice.
All right, go for it.
Oh, that is a 29,
It hits.
24.
It also hits. Oh, also it really has to make a wisdom saving throw. That's a failure. So bless is dropped.
Great.
Oh, you should have D4s on your saving throws. For plus.
Oh, if I still would have failed with a 3 when I
Yeah.
rolled, so regardless.
Yeah.
Bless is gone. No longer blessed.
26 points of force damage.
All right, 26 points of force damage. All right.
And I will just slow him. I'm not going to push him back at this point.
All right.
He's slowed, or his movement speed is -20 for the next round.
Okay. Understood.
Should-
All right. So that ends your turn, aim for.
Yep.
All right. Your thing is now your turn.
All right. I'm gonna run up to
All right.
20, 25.
Yeah, 89 minutes what?
I'm gonna use
You
my
said 43.
spear because of the trees or trident. It's not
Okay.
spear. I will bonus action rage
Okay.
and might as well cast reckless.
All right. Go for it.
My dice. I got it. So the first attack,
Nice.
that is a 24.
All right. It hits.
And then I do D10 plus
I'm gonna show them first.
3. 11 points of piercing there.
Okay.
And I'll hit him again.
Go for it.
That's 26 to hit.
That hits.
Ah,
9 points of piercing.
Okay.
And that's everything.
All right. So Girthing, so after sort of Ingvar, casts hacks and sort of these whirling sort of ties of greenish energy sort of wrap around this sort of this armored knight. As he sort of sends these pulses of bluish green energy, they sort of strike the creature, sort of push him back some. He sort of staggers back. Girthing sort of lets out a yell and sort of charges forward and sort of hacks at this creature with his trident, hits him twice. And now he looks a little stunned and a little surprised by the fierce resistance his quarry is setting, is sort of the resistance that his quarry is putting up. Now it is Aurelia's turn. Aurelia is going to cast what?
Can't count on her.
Wish in 12th level and it fails.
She's going to cast Chromatic Orb at 4th level. That will hit because that is a 27.
she hits.
So
The name, she's like meat.
that is thunder damage, right?
She don't live in ground type of stuff.
That's 24 points of thunder damage to the creature, and that was
Thunder.
her turn. And it's her turn. All right, Carrick is up.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I guess you can just
Now you go.
you just run up and
So it is
15,
Probably
20, 25. You can get it right up to him. Like that. Yeah. And you can make 2 attacks, I think. You could say
You can't click on them to attack them, right? It won't
No,
let you roll dice
no.
for them. To get a D6.
he gets I think an additional D6 as his brutal.
Brutal
Um,
critical.
Well, that's brutal critical, but
Oh,
there's
you mean his brute feat?
his brute feet, yeah.
So he rolls.
But that's like for damage, not the hit.
just use his dragon maul.
Yeah, that's what I usually use.
That's a
+8.
so he got an 11
That misses.
on his first.
And he has another one.
That's a 26.
He will. So the Death Knight will use parry to increase his attack. So so Carrick sort of swings once, the Death Knight sort of steps wide. He sort of brings down the Dragon Ball overhead, and the Death Knight sort of catches his hammer with his sword and sort of stops the blow that was about to hit him in the head.
I think that's he can action surge if he wants to, but yeah, it's only once per
Once
long
per-
rest.
long-
Per day.
Oh, once per short rest. It's one of those two.
You can punish Mark.
Yeah. Yeah, you can actually, he actually has a separate, no, not separate strike.
Misty step.
He has a, if you go under spells, maybe. There's something he has when he hits, you can actually mark favor foe.
Yeah,
You can mark him as a favor
for a
foe.
bonus, but does he have to hit?
When you hit.
Okay, well, he didn't hit, so,
Oh yeah, that's true.
so I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
All
There's your-
right, Wilfred, it's your turn.
Take the play character.
I will reach out and cast fairy fire,
All right,
and I want him to be at the very corner, the knight to be at the very corner.
sure. And wait, is that a saving throw?
It's a dex saving, I believe.
All right,
Dexterous.
Yeah.
so that is a 15 on his. Oh no, I'm sorry. That is a 21 in his saving throw.
Never mind. Yeah, then he saves. And then I will move up within 30 feet of the guy.
All right,
So is that
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's definitely it.
that's definitely 30 there.
all right. Sounds
That's
good.
it.
All right, then it's your turn, Wilfred. Anything else you want to do?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, it's now his turn. So he's going to hit you once with advantage, right, Gerthang?
Yep. Yeah,
That is a 28 to hit.
yeah.
And that is 7 points of slashing damage.
Oh,
And
There's more.
that is oh, I'm sorry. That is 14 points of no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that is 14 points of slashing damage. Now I need to roll again. So 14 points of slashing damage.
okay. So
My apologies.
82.
Good 7 if you have it.
Shoot, I was on 93.
So that is
Oh, that was for 6, so it took another 7. No, it took another 8.
never
So
mind.
I subtracted. He said 6.
So that's
It was a 14 slashing.
Yeah, but originally he said 7.
yeah, 14
Okay.
slash yeah, 14
So-
slashing and then
And then
14
taking
necrotic. So you get in total you take 28 points damage this time.
So 14 total.
up- so let me see, minus 14, 82.
And then he'll hit Carrick.
Warning flare on that one.
All right.
Disadvantage.
That is only a 16 to hit.
As misses.
All right, then he's going to go after Carrick again. There's another 16 to hit, so that misses as well. All right, that's all he can do. Ingvor, is now your turn.
Alright, yeah, joy. I'm going to skirt this way a little bit, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And just do it again. Try
Right.
and hit him this time again. It's a 20 something and
25, right, 26.
a 25. 26 and 25.
Both hit.
Nice. 30 points of damage.
Dang, nice. And so as this creature sort of parries sort of Carrick's blow, he sort of turns, sort of slashes into gets a large gouge across Girthing's stomach. He sort of like turns around and swings twice against Carrick. Carrick is sort of ducking and weaving. All of a sudden, these blasts of eldritch blue energy sort of appear and sort of pummel him from the back and do a fair amount of damage to him. Now he looks decently hurt. Girthing, it's now back to your turn.
I'll reckless attack.
Right.
Oh,
Oh, beautiful.
so 15 to hit.
Misses.
Let's go. All right, that's better. 23 to hit.
23 hits.
Can't ever crit. That's another 9 points of piercing damage.
All right.
And I don't think I can do anything with my bonus action, so that's it.
All right. So you sort of swing once, he sort of goes wide, then you sort of stab him in the back, and this time you find sort of a weak spot in his arm, and he sort of like reels forward in pain as you sort of stab him with your trident in the back. All right, now it is Aurelia's turn. Aurelia is going to what's she going to do? She is going to, let's see, can't she do that again? She is going to just drop a magic missile at second level, so that would be 4 of them.
Okay.
That is 13 points of damage to him. As sort of these sort of sort of streaks of sort of this purplish energy sort of move through and sort of dart around you guys. So they swim around like bees and sting the knight and sort of burn at him and hem him in from every side. That's really his turn. So Carrick is up now.
Well, he is right there still. I think he will. Use his favorite foe,
I think he
not favorite foe,
Hunter's Mark.
Hunter's Mark, that's the one.
Okay.
And he's got choose a creature user and then mark support until it's maybe extra 1d6. Yeah. And then he will take his 2 attacks.
All right, go for it.
His Dragon Maul. And that's a 22.
So he parries the first one.
And great. So that parry threw Carrick off a little bit, and he rolled a natural 1.
Right. So he sort of parries Carrick's hammer and sort of skids aside, and he sort of looks up in with his eyes wide as sort of the Death Knight sort of parries his blow. And he sort of like drops his hammer slightly and picks it back up. All right, that ends Carrick's turn, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Wilfred, now your turn.
I am gonna cast Fairy Fire again.
All right, so it's Dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
That is a natural 20 for a 26.
That fails. No, that succeeds. Yeah, that's it.
All right, now he's going to hit Girthing with his first attack.
Yep. At advantage.
That is a 22 to hit.
Yep.
All right, and then that is 15 points of slashing damage,
Okay.
and then 19 points of necrotic damage.
That's a 9.
7, 16, 82 minus 16 is what I'm left with.
All right, then he will hit Carrick.
Disadvantage on the first one.
All right, reroll that because I hit the first one. All right, so that is a 16 to hit.
Yep, that misses.
All right, then on the second one, second he's going after Carrick again, so that is a 27 to hit.
Right.
All right, and then that is 18 points or 18 points of necrotic damage. I rolled the necrotic damage first, so that is 10 points of slash damage and 18 points of necrotic damage,
Nice.
All right.
and that ends his turn. You guys got that?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Now it is Ingvar's turn. As he sort of hits Girthing again, sort of slashed into him. He sort of swings once and sort of there's this flash of light in his eyes. He sort of can't find Carrick. Then when his eyes readjust, he just slices back into Carrick and sort of slices in him. Now it is Ingvar's turn. Ingvar, what are you doing?
Move up there and hit him with an Eldritch Blast or two.
All right, go for it.
Oof, wow, that's too bad. That's a 19. Some
Misses?
misses. Oh my god, that's also a 19.
All right, both miss. So they both sort of skim by, sort of swing barely by this knight as he sort of, they arc off into the distance. Girthing is now your turn.
Is that it? No bonus.
No, we should have those.
Well, okay, I guess unless Ingvar has something.
I'll reckless him again.
All right.
I'm going for the nat 20, and that was a 16.
All right. That
Or
misses.
16, technically. 23 to hit.
23 hit. He will parry that. So as
Great.
you sort of swing through your trident, he sort of parries you. So your blow sort of arcs wide.
That's it.
All right. Then that is Aurelia's turn. She's dropping a chromatic orb at third level, and that is a natural 20.
Mm.
And that is 5d8 doubled. So that is 9.
Just keeping them distracted, guys. Giving them an easy target.
Yeah.
Let them get.
That is 50 points of damage from that. Natural 20. So it's sort of this all of a sudden this this ball of sort of lightning damage sort of strikes sort of like it sort of arcs around in his metal armor, acts like a conductor and just sort of fries him, and you sort of there's the smell of ozone and rotting flesh sort of fills the air around you guys as he's completely electrocuted by this chromatic orb. Then it's Aurelia's turn, so Carrick is out.
He is going to get discouraged with his dragon maul
Okay.
and use his moon touched greatsword and try to hit him with that at this point.
Okay.
That's a 10.
That misses.
Steps, one more. You could get advantage. You flank.
No.
You could also set up one.
There's a natural 20.
There we
All
go.
right.
You
So
flank.
He gets,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but your things don't break you. So.
Ooh, nice.
Double that die.
17.
17 plus 4.
He gets like a D6 for something because he's proficient with that weapon.
yeah,
Unless that's
that's-
already. It might already be
Dragon
added
Ball,
in.
I think you get the
21. And wait, so
I think it's
You get the 1d6 for Hunter's Mark. Well, that is concentration, but
what does he have to roll to save his concentration? Because he didn't have
it's
that.
a con save, and you have to do the DC is half the damage he took. Which he took 28, so that's DC is 14. He gets a plus D6.
Okay, so he saved his constitution. Hunter's mark is still up, so that's another d6. So it's
that's still
19 is D6 is double.
22 points of damage.
Okay. All right. So he sort of cuts into him with his Moon Touch greatsword, and this creature sort of staggers back and stumbles and sort of almost falls, but doesn't quite.
That was the second
Uh,
attack, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Slow down.
Should have let me hit him. Harry.
But he has something whenever he crits, he doesn't.
Oh, brutal. Does he add an extra dice when he?
He gets
crits?
another attack with brutal critical, I believe.
Yeah,
He
but
doesn't have brutal critical.
I have brutal critical.
Yes, crusher critical. When you score a critical hit that deals bludgeoning damage to a creature, attack rolls against that creature are made with advantage.
that was
With bludgeoning.
slashing. 'cause it's a
Once
sword.
per turn, when you hit a creature, the damage whether you can move it hit 5 feet. No, he
Okay, I wasn't sure that that's just bludgeoning damage though. When you
But
crit.
he will action surge.
Yeah, so it's his great weapon master attack. It says on your turn, when you score a critical hit with a melee weapon or reduce creature 0 HP with 1, you can make 1 melee weapon attack as a bonus action. That's his under his bonus action.
Reduce it to 0 though, so.
No, when
Or
you
crit.
score a critical
When you hit a crit or.
Yeah.
So he gets one more
as a
As a
bonus. Yeah.
Right.
as a bonus action.
Yep.
Action, but I didn't want
Was
to.
action surge a bonus?
It's just a
Oh, you just do it?
yeah, it's just a feature.
Wow.
So I'm going to, because the point was I was going to Misty step away after my
Okay.
next attack spreading
Okay.
for him because he's pretty low on health. So I'm not gonna take action with that attack. I'm gonna action surge.
Okay.
So he'll use that, and so he'll roll his
And that's 2 more actions.
two
or
more
2 more attacks.
actions.
It's an additional action.
Yeah, it's one
Which
whole
is,
more.
it's an additional attack action.
And extra attack is the gives him the
So great sword, that's a 20,
3.
23,
Hits.
and not gonna hit. That's a it's 14 or something. So
Okay.
23.
And Hunter's mark. D6.
Ben was just trying to play, let me grab all the D6s.
You can do fireballs.
Yeah, essentially.
That's 11 points of damage on that one.
All right.
And then will Misty step a
Right, so
little
that-
bit.
How do you want to do this?
I will just bring like a twirl attack and then swing down
All right.
like an X on him for those last 2 and
Okay. All right. So you sort of swing, and so you sort of flip your sword in your hand. You sort of bring it down. You sort of do the act, and start carve into him. And he sort of like keels back, sort of the light in his eyes is sort of fading. You sort of swing again to make the X, but he's sort of like disappearing and sort of just doesn't quite hit. And then you misty step away as he collapses to the ground. You guys are out of combat.
We kill the knight, that's what we do.
death.
Yeah.
He seemed.
He seemed intent on just killing anything.
I wonder what's over there that he was attacking. Did you get a good look at it yourself there?
Not more than what you described about a
Werewolf like
dog looking humanoid.
Yeah.
He was being held when I got there, but then I drew his attention when I got his attention. He started chasing me.
Yeah.
I asked him if he was friend or foe, and he just started rushing.
You seem to answer your question there.
Maybe he's trying to give you a hug.
A very aggressive hug.
Well, do we want to go see if that creature is still there? I mean,
He may have run off. That I recognize. I think I recognize the spell. It's something that he would have lost it. Maybe. Oh,
Before he died.
Before he died. So that guy's. We can go check to see if he's still there. But I will. Before we do anything, I will. What level? 4th level cure wounds on Carrick.
Okay.
nice.
Oh, gosh.
Blanking at the moment. 11, 14, 22 plus 5, 27. Base 42.
Nice.
And I'll do a third level at cure wounds to Gerthang.
All right.
Sure, I don't need it, sure. I'm not even bloodied.
21 HP.
How are you looking, Angvor?
I meant to heal you instead. I was meant for Ingvor instead.
I'm how you got us confused, you know. we're
Yeah,
very
like
similar. Especially probably from like knee height looking
Yeah.
up at us, we're probably about the same.
I mean, I think I'm manage at least for now.
Um. Yeah,
Or, I mean,
well,
he would definitely have been looking a lot worse than me.
Yeah,
I wasn't even bloody.
I knew I needed to heal someone else, and I couldn't see your HP. That would
What's
have,
HP?
so 60, I rolled 16 for you. Instead of the 21. Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, it's still.
I'm surprised.
You're not bloody anymore. The blood.
Yeah.
Um,
We can check to see if that guy's still there.
Which one? You talking about the Death Knight or?
No, the guy that he was
Okay.
chasing.
All right.
That guy looks like he had some interesting armor. You want to check it out?
yeah, I'll go through his stuff and y'all try
Yeah.
to find this dog. Y'all seen it. I don't know what the dog person looked like.
All right. So make an investigation check, your thing. Whoever's looking after the dog person, make a perception check.
Oh, it was almost a nat 20.
What'd you roll, good thing?
9.
9. All right. So you go through. His armor is like ruined. It's like absolutely wrecked by what you guys did to it. However, you do find 90 gold, 120 silver,
We're rich. You're rich.
and 300 copper.
300 C's.
300 CC.
Give me the CC stat.
And his gear and stuff are basically ruined.
And you find one yeah, his gear is basically ruined.
I don't think I have many.
One
One coin that looks a little bit different than the others. It's kind of bigger.
odd coin.
Is it looking like a gold coin or is it?
Yeah,
You
it
don't-
looks
You're
not over
you're
there.
a dog person.
Everything's getting greedy.
One odd coin, larger than the rest.
Is it a coin to pass through the river Styx?
so it's sort of a let's see how it looks. It's sort of a larger sort of dark blackish coin.
Blackish.
Mhm.
Huh. And looking at it, is there markings on it? Sort of.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess point
there-
marking.
There are markings on it. It's sort of like what looks like sort of like an axe and a sword sort of crossed like this a little bit. Like an axe. It's sort of like an upward axe, kind of. It's like not like wide, but like sort of up a little bit.
Sure. Oh, so do the nit test on it, see if it's real. Give it a little bite,
That's
just to see if it crimps or anything like that. I got sharp teeth.
so you could probably do that on fake gold anyways.
Oh no! Was it like a vessel holding something?
A soul just enters your body.
And then pocket.
You eat a soul.
But guys, he had gold on him.
Nice.
He buys groceries.
Is he like a humanoid or is he like a?
He can't buy gas though. He doesn't have enough gold for gas.
Yeah.
All right, Rose Battle. Let's go.
All right.
How many rules do?
A billion. All right. So what did you roll for perception check? Wilfred?
23.
23. All right. So when you look around Angvar, you don't really see a whole lot as you're looking around. Wilfred, you see sort of this creature sort of back up in one of the trees, sort of like watching you guys as you approach. He's sort of carrying like a weapon that kind of looks like a sickle, and another that's sort of like a short sword in his hand. And he sort of looks down at you. You guys sort of lock eyes, and he sort of darts behind sort of the trunk of the tree to another sort of limb.
Are you a
Remember last time you asked that question?
if the guy that was chasing you was enemy, I don't think we are enemies.
No response.
We don't mean any harm at the moment. No, we don't mean any harm. That was a joke that was in bad taste.
Does he seem to understand?
He sort of looks at you, and he sort of looks down. Make an insight check. Eivor.
Nice. That's a 1. Plus,
No idea.
That's a 3. I mean, it's a natural 1 for a 3.
All right, no idea.
I'm not listening.
Hmm. Maybe we should leave him be.
We don't mean any harm. We're just passing through, so don't no need to fear us.
Should give me your skill.
No response.
Can I do an insight check to see if he's like either friendly or
Even smart enough to know if you're talking to him.
the language?
Yeah, sure. Make an insight check.
Insight 11.
11. He seems to understand some of what you're saying, but not necessarily your exact meaning.
Well, you're safe for now from that thing that was chasing you. You may go on your way, I guess.
So he jumps and leaps and sort of grabs one of the limbs and does sort of a vault and sort of lands in front of you. He sort of lands and he says, Death Knight. Where?
He
His body's over
his
there.
body's over there. Yeah,
He's been slain.
he attacked us, so we retaliated and killed him.
I, Ashtari. Thank you.
I Wilford Shorst. So
Yeah.
you're welcome. I don't know how you go that, but
We will. You.
Jane. Jane. Ashtareth, he said.
Ashtari.
Sorry.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
I think we should head back to the room.
yeah. You are welcome. You do not need to pay us anything. If we've helped other people and they've offered to pay, so I'm not asking. I don't know. I don't know how this works. Bye.
All right. All right. So you guys are heading back to the group.
Back to me and Carrick, I guess.
Yeah, and Aurelia.
All right.
Sure. All right.
Yep.
Well, do y'all want some of this money that I found?
Oh, you found money?
I mean,
Nice. Oh, that's okay. I mean,
sometimes y'all give me money, so.
Can I see what is under the mask? See if he was humanoid or
Yeah. Make a. Yeah. So how are you doing this?
well, I want to see if I can depending on how structured the mask is, if it's just like one that like lifts up, I would just lift it up, but
It's not quite that sort of it's not sort of that simple. It's sort of got like a visor and sort of like a helmet, and they're sort of interlocked, and it's sort of locked into the armor as well. It's sort of, it's very much a, it does, this creature probably doesn't need to take it off, so it's been sort of welded onto it.
This is the way.
you, sir, have you taken off your mask, your helmet?
If you kind of make that known, I'll try to.
I'm definitely looking at it and trying to be like, I don't see a way to take the mask off. I want to see if he was humanoid or something else. Because
Okay.
eyes did not
All right. So as you are
Yeah.
are you
perchance.
I'll try to rip it off.
okay? So as you guys try and take it off, can you guys please make a Constitution saving throw for me?
Oh, con, yeah.
Con saving.
Yeah.
Guess who's beefy?
Is it just him or is it people surrounding?
It's anyone who's sort of directly around, like probably like within a couple feet.
I will be that then as well.
All right. What you
24.
will, all right, you're fine.
Dirty 20.
All right, so there's this bright white light appears. You guys try and pull off the mask, but doesn't seem to fade.
Nice trick.
And so you guys, can you, your thing, you can make a strength check for me.
For breaking,
And you have I gave you guidance, so you have it.
yeah, because I get
Yeah.
somewhere strengths advantage. You gave me guidance.
Yeah,
That's a D4.
yeah, it's a D4 for checks.
That's somewhere. Yeah,
You can take off this mask, buddy. I believe in you.
let me just double check. Carrying capacity. Yeah, thing that push, pull, lift, or break. Oof. 13. It's a save. No, just a check.
Yeah.
Just check.
It's 18.
18. So as you pull and pull and pull on the helmet, it doesn't. You aren't able to break it.
Well,
That's
we could try to. Does he have slits on it? We could try to pry it open.
yeah. I was gonna
I
say.
think we
that
should just
important?
leave this
I'm
body.
curious. I want to know.
There seems to be a reason why he is.
You have a can? Anybody pack a can opener?
I have a scone.
Oh no! All our rations have a pull tab on them.
Yeah.
Does he seem solid still? Does he seem like there's a body like on?
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he hasn't sort of misted away like Hallie and the vampire or anything like that. He's still there.
I mean, you can look at his hands.
make a guess
That looks human.
inside this.
You can gaseous form inside it.
And it can go into his.
And look at it. Can you cast light on gaseous forms?
No,
No.
Then you can see.
but I could break it from coming out.
Go into it and then just.
Yeah, ice slits. How can we open up? I want to do this.
I mean, we could take his body with us and try it again some other time.
I'll take one of my arrows that I've kept. I
Okay.
think it's given to me by ARS or someone.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to try to get it into a slat.
Okay.
And try to like with arrowhead and try to
Prior.
pry it open.
Okay. Make a strength check for me.
I'm strong.
No,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
not.
What is that? It's a 5, 7.
You put the arrow in there, and it immediately begins to sort of. Is it one of the Aeorian arrows?
I think I shot that.
Okay, so you just put the arrow in there and it just breaks in the mask. You as you're trying to pry it open, nothing really happens as you're sort of prying open trying to pry open this helmet.
As I see them struggling, I'm like, what do we need to see in this helmet? What is?
He didn't seem like
Yes, we know
his
he was-
eyes blaze red,
Yes, yes, and he seemed very
and he seemed
out of this world.
yes, and I would like to know what he looks like. I don't know. I'm just curious.
Well,
I like-
well then, and I will touch or cast gaseous form on myself
Okay.
and disappear with all of my belongings.
All right.
And I will enter his helmet.
Okay. So let me just look up the rules on gaseous form real quick.
I can get it anywhere I want,
Can't you-
essentially.
Float away.
Can you see in gaseous form though?
Let me.
I would think so.
The only method of movement is a flying speed or permanent. It does, I mean, essentially it reads like you can see because the target can pass through with small holes, narrow openings, and even mere cracks, though it treats liquids. And the only things it says that you can't do while in the form of a misty cloud, the target can't talk or manipulate objects, and any objects it was carrying or holding can't be dropped, used, or otherwise interacted with. The target can't attack or cast spells. My movement speed is flying 10 feet. The target can enter and occupy the space of another creature. The target has resistance to non-magical damage and has advantage on strength, dexterity, and constitution saving throws. Target can pass through small holes, narrow openings, and even mere cracks. Though it treats liquids as though they were solid, like so. Obviously, gas can't interact with liquid as well. So it's essentially, yeah. So I mean, it reads like the creature
Can see.
can see.
Yeah.
But I can't do anything. I just have I can visually
You can
see.
move.
Yeah.
All right. So as you sort of pass through the helmet into the, sort of the corpse of this creature, you see it's hard to make out because you're in this dark sort of helmet,
Mhm.
right? I don't know if you have dark,
I was thinking about actually casting light and
I
passing it through
mean,
the
it's.
eye stalk.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know
That's
how you
not-
want to do that, but the only thing it says are those things.
right.
The creature transforms along with everything it's wearing and carrying. It's. I mean, I have dark vision.
Right. I'll say that you can still see. So what you see is you see a corpse of it looks like a sullen sort of human corpse. He sort of has what once was a goatee, sort of like a beard, and he wears, he just sort of looks like a human man. And as you're sort of gazing over the body, you notice that he has tattoos of you spend enough time with Wilfred to recognize the iconography of Sarah Ray. So you can see that he has tattoos that are reminiscent of the iconography of Sarah Ray.
Perfect. Nothing of notice other than that really going.
No.
Armor. Yeah. And I will become gas and leak out down to the feet, come out through his feet down there in a little crack, and then float
Mhm.
5 feet or right behind Wilfred and ungaseous form myself and
All right.
just
I'm sticking an arrow with a tip of light inside to
Okay. All right.
helmet.
All right. So Angvor sort of dissolves into this purple sort of fog. He sort of drifts through the corpse then sort of leaks down to the feet of the corpse and sort of builds into sort of his form again. As Wilfred pulls out an arrow and casts light on it and tries to stick it in to the helmet of this creature, and sort of this building sort of
Are you
cloud.
seeing Igor?
But, yeah.
As I'm kind of finishing up and he's asking me that, I'll pop up right behind him and say, seems to be a disciple of an ex-disciple of Saren Ray.
Oh, didn't see you coming up. Hey. Hey, what?
He
Um,
was an old, sullen, sunken-faced human who seemed to have the life drained out of him. May not be undead, but he seemed to have no emotion, no life left in him. And I saw tattoos on there that from being around you and going back to your hometown,
It was pineapples, wasn't it?
it was pineapples and tiki shirts, but I
Pina
can tell
coladas. And
these were tattoos of Saren Ray. Of
It's
people
5
who
o'clock
were-
somewhere.
Yeah.
tattooed on the forehead.
I'm not sure who he is, but he may have succumbed to some other evil, but those were on him as far as I can see. That was the only thing of notice.
That's alarming.
And the other thing of note is that this you can tell that this is he was undead. Like this
He
is a long dead person.
He was undead. Yes, he had
Somebody's messing up
Someone's messing.
this graveyards of Sarenrae.
Well, I think we know everything we need to of this creature.
Yeah, can I see if there's any way to take the armor off, like not just the helmet, like any like activating pieces on the armor?
Make an investigation check.
Hey, that is a 9.
9. You don't see any way to take the armor off, from what you can
Just
tell.
a go
gadget armor.
Iron Man armor.
Iron armor.
I don't feel right leaving him here. What you say is true.
We burn them, bury them, or take them, but can't carry them too far.
He was evil, though. He had obviously been.
Yes, but something either turned him or he turned of his own free will.
Yes.
And if, as he said, he was
Undead.
undead, then that's leading me to the conclusion that it was not of his own will.
Yes, but what use do we have with the body? What shall we do with that? I don't know how we will transport it. This is already rough terrain here, and we do not have horsepower, manpower.
Burn or bury it.
I'm gonna bury him.
We buried them once, or somebody buried them, not us, but somebody
Mhm.
buried them and
Yes.
didn't do the job.
That's true.
Can you
I don't-
become
I don't
undead
have-
twice? Undead. If you're undead twice, you just living.
You're dead.
Undead.
So you're dead.
Yeah, just dead.
We have made him undead twice.
Can I,
Dead twice.
do we have a shovel?
Yes.
For playing Divinity, then I have a shovel.
You are the shovel.
Do I have move earth?
I'm not prepared.
Nobody has the earth elemental to move.
I do have an earth element like a
It,
summon.
summon
Um,
him and move all the earth.
Feels like a big use.
One of my two remaining pieces.
We didn't do much last time.
Um,
I mean, we
I mean,
have.
I can just, my hands and stuff, it'd be rough. I have hand axes, so we can use to cut through the roots. You know, chop the roots, move and
Well, was there like any opening like
crevasse.
Because I don't want to just leave them out in the open.
We're in a conundrum, aren't we?
We don't, what, I would like to at least
You're
try
in a
the,
conundrum.
I would like to bury him.
Try to.
Yes, try to. So
I've
if,
got an iron pot. It's probably what we used to cook at night, so.
yeah, so let's not use that. Um. Does Carrick doesn't have Carrick doesn't have a shovel, does he?
Probably not. I've got a mess
Um,
kit that wouldn't help. Tinderbox wouldn't help.
I will. Pray.
Intervention?
Yeah, actually, I guess.
Divine intervention for
I-
you get one that wouldn't be messed with too. That'd be nice.
Carrick has a crowbar.
There we go. That's a
We
nice-
all have swords and I have mace. I
what you
could,
doing?
so I'm gonna, Sarenrae, I know not what, calls this, but if he still followed you to the end, let his soul rest, and may his body may not be used for any more evil doings.
All right, roll a divine intervention.
I have to roll a D100 and it has to be 10 or lower.
To roll under his cleric level.
It has to be under my cleric level.
Oof.
77.
That's not 10. One of these days, statistically.
Yeah.
It just gets better the more you roll it.
Mhm. At 20th level, it succeeds automatically.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
I don't think I have anything.
How
I-
often do you do that?
Once per day, but if it's a success, I have to wait 7 days. And then,
Nice.
uh-uh.
Gotta use that more often. Got a lot of data.
Well, I got it at level 10.
Oh, I
so-
see, I see.
The very first time I used it was to try to get Morgana out of that
Mhm.
tough.
Well,
Well, it looks like
you've
when
done all you can there.
Well, I'm assuming his soul is evil because nothing happened. No, and I don't think I have any other spells that can like toll the dead, but he's dead.
Yeah, it's a damage spell.
Yeah.
all right, well, Wilfred is having like
Midlife crisis.
A midlife crisis. I will have probably dug a good portion of a hole.
All right.
Using my hands and I guess to get going in the hand axe or two to cut through whatever. And I guess Carrick's crowbar if we get into rocks or something like that to try
Yeah.
to, you know,
Carrick will help out. And
Yeah.
Angkor will stand by watching.
So as you're sort of digging away, you begin to hear this faint voice in your head, Gerthang, saying, "Don't bury the body."
and I'll look around and see if I see anyone.
All right, make a perception check.
2.
Nope, don't see anyone.
I'll keep digging just a little bit, but sort of cautiously,
All right, keep digging.
and just see if it. I guess if it tries to contact me again, maybe I'll.
Don't
try to-
bury the body.
Who are you? I'll try to think mentally, I guess. Or maybe I just say it out loud. I'll just say it out loud.
I am Arian. Or I am Arian the heretic.
Arian the heretic. Then why should I not bury it?
Don't bury my body.
I mean, would you rather have cremation? You know, did you have like letters of preparation on your body that we should have been going through? You know, scatter your ashes over the ocean.
If you remove the curse on this coin, you can free my soul from this coin.
So I'll pull the coin out, I guess.
All right.
Then why would I like trouble doing that?
I can give you riches, women, fame, fortune, whatever you desire.
Well, that sounds like a good reason. Hey guys, I think we shouldn't bury the body. Let's wait, and wait. Cremation work for you?
No, I want to return to my body.
Oh, I think we should just leave this guy.
What for?
Just feels. I mean, there's a voice in my head, but you know, it just kind of.
A good voice or a?
I guess it's good. Are most of your voices in your head good?
Yes.
I mean, a lot of times it's one of you two.
I mean, I don't think I owe it to him. I have no connection. He was hurting us, and I'm just here watching. So is whatever. Either way, to me, I would just as rather get a move on myself. This area gives me the shivers.
Yeah. I mean,
Perhaps it's better not to. I don't know.
and like totally unrelated here, Will, but you ever heard of do you have heretics? Any famous
Do
heretics?
I? Would that have been in history class?
Make a religion check with advantage.
Hidden that away from you that like most people
my
know
religion.
this.
+4, that's 18.
18. Yes, there are heretics in the religion of Saren, right? So you know, most followers of Saren are clerics, and they're sort of the following of Saren is not really a strict religion, so it's not like you believe the wrong theology, you're going to be excommunicated or whatever. But there
No more 5 clocks.
there are there are, especially you think about some of the the paladins that fought for Saren were corrupted over time.
Would I happen to know if there's like any particular reason as to why, or is it just like personal choice with them?
A lot of times it's wanton malice, sort of destruction. It's sort of killing without just cause. Sometimes it's not saving those who have been saved. Serving dark gods, sort of the betrayer gods, will probably get you excommunicated. You think about like high crimes. To be a heretic of Saren, you did something bad.
Well, if what you say is true,
I mean, does a name like Ariel or Arian or somebody like that ring a bell to you?
I think
it does.
Cool.
So this is Aaron Nate I didn't catch your name.
Arian.
Arian.
I mean, not that, I'll point, yeah, not him, and I'll like point at the coin.
Would I know if burning would because I was just gonna
I'll see the thought of flames in your eyes and be like, he said no cremation.
he
It,
burning hand. I reached towards eyes and burning hands.
All right, so you put your fingers in the eyes of this corpse and you start cast burning hands. You can sort of burn the corpse and sort of it smells with a repugnant stench of burning flesh.
he said don't, no.
The
Oh.
corpse slowly burns.
Well,
If that's the case.
I mean, it's kind of rude to do that to a new friend, but okay.
We can leave him then.
There's not much left.
Oh, I mean, we don't need to like bury him or anything. We just leave. I guess. I don't know if there's anything that he does.
All right, well, I'll pocket the coin and then
All
But you
right.
see,
could have been him. I don't know.
who's he? Like,
I told you there's a voice in my head.
that doesn't sound good. Did you only get the gold from him? You only got the coins?
I literally showed you what I got. I said it, not him.
You showed the coin. Would I know if a remove curse on the body would work?
Make an Arcana check. With disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Yeah. This is not your field of magic.
No, it's not. That's a 9.
No idea.
Said on the coin.
He said, do a remove curse on the coin.
Yeah.
I don't know that though. I don't.
Yeah,
It's in your head.
I haven't.
that Weird.
Well, I mean, we did start this day in the Feywild, so weird thing. It's not the weirdest thing that happened.
True.
Well,
I ate a scone.
this knight is slain and I think the body is disposed of as best we can, so we may as well move on. I don't know what
And the
you
night is
guys are
coming.
arguing about over here, but
Oh, we're not arguing now. We're just trying to finish up loose ends. But yeah, we can go.
All right. So as you guys move on from the body of this death knight, that is where we'll end tonight's session.
coin is a coin.
Yeah, it's the coin now. Thanks a lot. Ooh, that means I can try to find a way to put my soul
You
in
can put
it,
your soul in it.
and
Ooh.
then I can come back to life.